Hi, I'm Kyle with the Brownsafe family. In this video, we will cover managing users, first adding and logging users to keep track of the number of valid users and codes added, and then how to delete a user. If you have just received your new Brownsafe equipped with a biometric lock, please take a look at the first use video here where we cover changing the entry method from code to fingerprint and then enrolling a new user. Today we will be using a standard biometric unit to demonstrate, but the procedure is the same for either a round or long Chronos biometric panel. Before starting, you will need to locate the master code for the unit. This is the 8-digit code that was on the card that came with your new safe. Press any button on the panel. If the panel shows Enter Code, the lock is currently in code-only mode. Please take a look at our Changing Entry Method video here to quickly change the lock to a fingerprint reading mode. This is important as the lock will not allow you to enroll fingerprints when it is set to code-only modes. You must set the lock to a fingerprint or a combined fingerprint and code mode of entry. Once this is done, when you press a button on the display, it should display P to scan, OK for code, indicating the lock is in one of its fingerprint reading modes. Now that we have established the lock is in the correct mode of entry, we can enter the menu and add users. Before we add a user, it's a good practice to keep a record of the users installed on the lock on a card. Here you can record their name, 6-digit code, the user number they are installed on, and what finger the fingerprint is taken from. Looking at the card for the lock, we can see slot 02 is the pre-installed user from the factory. This is the 6-digit code on the card that came with your safe. Users 03 and 04 are already installed with codes and fingerprints. So we will be installing a new user on user slot 05. Press any button on the panel to turn it on. Press and hold the 0 button until the display shows Master Code. Enter the 8-digit master code. Press P 6 times and the display will show users on/off. Press OK and the display will show users on/off 02 through 32. Enter 05 on the keypad, then press OK. Enter the new 6-digit code for the user. The display will show Confirm New. Enter the 6-digit code again. The display will show Access Lock. Press 1, then OK. The display will show fingerprint number equals 1, then shortly after will show Scan Your Finger. Place the finger to be scanned on the reader, ensuring it is not wet as this can obscure the ridges on your fingers. Wait for the unit to beep and lift your finger and place it back on the reader. Repeat once more and the display will show Another Finger. Here you can choose to scan a different finger or the same finger again. If you have a silent alarm on your safe, the third finger scanned can be assigned to the silent alarm, and under duress you can use this finger to silently signal the authorities you are under siege. After scanning fingerprints, the display will show User is Manager. If you have already installed a user as a manager, press P to skip. Otherwise, press OK. Press P to skip and the display will show User equals 5 installed. If you have any problems getting your fingerprint to scan, make sure your finger is dry and the reader is clean. If the problem persists, take a look at our fingerprint reading tips video. In it, we explain how the reader works in a bit more detail and show the best way to get the most consistent read and scans for your finger reader. To exit the menu system, press P 4 times and the display will show, Do you want to quit? Press OK to exit the menu. To delete a user, press any button on the panel. Press and hold 0 until the display asks for the master code. Enter the 8-digit master code. Press P 6 times and the display will show users on/off. Press OK to enter the users menu and the display will show users on/off 02 through 32. Enter the user number that you want to delete or disable. In this example, we are going to delete the user we added on slot 05, so we enter 05. The display immediately shows user ID equals 5, Disable. To disable the user, you could press OK here. To delete, press P once to show user ID equals 5. Delete. If you go past delete, keep pressing P until the display shows users on/off 02 through 32 again, and then enter the user number again. Press OK and the user is deleted from the lock, including fingerprint scans and user code. Press P 4 times so the display shows, "Do you want to quit?" Press OK to exit the menu. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check back or subscribe for more videos covering common problems using a biometric entry lock.